Richard Osman, 51, has spoken about how his dream career was not a possibility for him due to his poor eyesight. He revealed he had wanted to pursue a very different career in a new interview. Richard spoke about how a relative inspired him to want to pursue a career as a detective, but his terrible eyesight meant it was never a possibility. Not much was known about Richard's maternal family history, which was why he agreed to study his lineages and family tree in the latest series of Who Do You Think You Are? The 51-year-old explained, "We're not the kind of family that has a crest. All I knew for sure is that the family was from Brighton and I suspected we didn't come from money." Richard initially had other commitments which meant he couldn't film the show last autumn, including releasing his second murder mystery novel and presenting Pointless and House of Games. Author of crime novels, producer, comedian and primetime TV presenter Richard spoke about how he was close to his grandfather Tom Fred Wright, who was a policeman. Richard said during the Who Do You Think You Are? Episode that so much of what I am I owe to him. He told Radio Times, "I would love to have been a detective like my grandfather. Sadly, I have a condition called nystagmus that means I've got terrible eyesight, so it was never a possibility." Richard and his brother Matt were brought up by their mother, Brenda Wright. Their father left when Richard was 9 years old. He later met his father as an adult, but they didn't form a close relationship. Richard said, "My dad's side of the family wasn't something I was interested in, because that's not the family I grew up in. It would, in a funny way, be like learning about strangers." Jane McDonald sobbed in restaurant amid late fiancé's gesture. Inside Millie Bobby Brown looks unrecognizable at Stranger Things premiere. Pictures Michael Douglas' son Cameron made emotional confession on family. Confession: "My family are the Wrights from Brighton and those are the people I feel genuinely connected to." During the show, it was discovered that Richard's 4 times great-grandfather, Gabriel Gillam, born in Brighton in 1789, was a fisherman who lived with his wife in a poor area of Brighton. He turned to smuggling to feed his family. Richard said, "Early 19th century Brighton was an incredibly poor place if you came from the fishing community. Then suddenly the Prince Regent, later King George IV, decided to build the Royal Pavilion and Brighton became very fashionable. But the grinding poverty didn't suddenly disappear." Richard, who shares 2 grown-up children with his ex-wife and is currently in a relationship with actress Ingrid Oliver, announced he was leaving Pointless to focus on his writing career in April. Read the full interview in this week's Radio Times.